Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Sacred Union energy update. Because I'm going to focus on client readings for the rest of the week, I think this is going to be the last collective reading for the week. We have the dailies that are going up every day, so you can check that out. And we've had some pretty powerful Sacred Union energy updates the past few days, as well as an October energy update that I really encourage you guys to check out. There is a lot of energy, there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of transformation and shifts that are going on. So I do encourage you guys to check out all of those readings if you haven't already. So another quick announcement is tomorrow is the last day of my September sales. So $5 off all the products in my Etsy store, including my message decks, and $10 off any past life, full spread, or half spread recorded reading that you're booked with me in September. I'm currently, I'm almost booked out to November as far as client readings, but if you book today or tomorrow in September, I'll be happy to honor the $10 off coupon. So that will just get you scheduled in, that will just get you booked with $10 off any of those readings. Okay, so what we're going to do, really powerful stuff coming in, you guys, really exciting stuff. A lot of death energy, a lot of transformation. We had the Ace of Wands in yesterday's reading. A lot of renewal energy, a lot of reconciliation. I'm also going to link, I'm going to link two readings in the description box below. I'm going to link the October energy update, which was incredibly powerful. And I'm also going to link the Welcoming in New Earth Ascension messages. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it was referenced in the October energy update, but also because that is leading into December's energy. We have been channeling for the past 6 months that September, October, November, a little bit of November, this autumn energy was going to be very powerful as far as transformation, and that is not lacking. It is being manifested. That is true. Everything that we've channeled is coming to fruition, especially when it comes to communication, increased transformation within your connections. That could be higher levels of commitment, higher levels of awareness, higher levels of consciousness. We had also channeled in client readings, and I relayed the messages in the Ascension messages, where December 21st, the solstice I had gotten, was going to be a powerful, powerful energetic doorway. Now, when I say the word powerful, I cannot tell you guys the amount of energy that I was getting that was coming in from that. What they were showing me was just a doorway being flung open and just streams of energy coming in. And that's as a result of these sacred unions. It's because of your high consciousness, because of your high vibrations, because you're coming in and anchoring in that love. And when you and your divine counterpart come in and anchor in that love, it is beyond powerful. It changes worlds. It creates universes. We have been channeling that since the beginning for the past 2 years. And if you'd like to go back, you can check out all of the Ascension messages. I am working on, I'll hopefully have it by the end of the year, but my divine counterpart and I are working on getting a series up where we truncate all of those channeled messages, because those messages were channeled in readings, just regular readings. So it's a little bit difficult to sift through all the messages, but we're working on getting a series up for you guys, a free series, so that you can understand everything that happens about sacred union and ascension and the power of these sacred unions, what it means to be coming into sacred union. It is not just about physical relationship. It's not just about romantic relationship. That's a part of it because of the physical experience that you're having, the human experience that you're having. But this energy is all about growth. It is all about ascension. It is all about raising your vibration and shifting in consciousness and bringing that higher level of consciousness down into your physical experience, so that you're not in that low, dense energy anymore, that you're not experiencing the conflict, the drama. You're not experiencing the survival and the struggle. You're not meant for that. That is not what you're meant for. That is the road that we had taken as a collective. And part of that was so that we could experience duality, so that we could understand that contrast. But we are shifting now. We're shifting back into that Atlantis, Lemuria energy. that high consciousness energy and bringing that down. It is time. And you and your sacred partner are coming back together to anchor in that love, because when you come back together in that love is unconditional love. That love is pure. It is divine. It is remembering that Trinity energy, not just you and not just your person, your counterpart energy, which is the masculine energy to your feminine energy, the feminine energy to your masculine energy. You anchor that in first within yourself, balance those energies first within yourself, and then you embody that with another person. And when you embody that with another person, you are bringing forth that third energy, which is that Trinity energy, which is that divine consciousness, which is that Christ consciousness. You're anchoring that into the physical experience that you're having. And that is just so powerful that it's like the door just flings open, and it's not just manifestation in your physical reality. It is creating worlds. That energy just creates new worlds. Shifting templates, changing the paradigm of this planet, yes, but it is so cosmically powerful that it changes the universe as a whole, shifts the energy of the universe as a whole. And like I said, we've been channeling that for 2 years, so I welcome you to go and check out the playlist. I'll link the playlist in the description box below. There's a lot there, so go to where you feel called. But so that being said, one of you guys, and I want to give a shout out to Anne Marie in the comments in the October energy update. I believe it was. I think it was. I can't remember now as I'm channeling. But you guys mentioned that December 21st has been powerfully channeled messages in other communities. Now, I don't really keep abreast of what's going on in other communities so that I can be a clear channel. I have those that I follow, those that I trust, but it's few and far between, because I do like to be a clear channel for what's coming in, for my own sake, for my own purposes, but for you as well, for the community as well. But I had not heard this, that there, I'll just have you guys go there, but it was confirmation for me of what I have been channeling, that there is a major shift that is coming. The way they had described it is not how I had received it, but it's the same energy behind it, that there is this major portal, this major shift, this major transformation that is happening. And they had talked to me about moving through a doorway. It's the same energy of what had been channeled to these people. So, and they're much stronger within the community. So do make sure that you check that out if that's of interest to you, if that's resonating with you. And I do want to thank you guys for bringing that to my awareness. You know, always feel free to bring stuff to my awareness. I might not be aware of it, and that's beautiful, powerful confirmation and validation for me. And I always love to learn. So anything that you guys feel like I might be interested in, you know, send it my way. I'm always happy to share with you and to be on the receiving end of that as well. That is what we're doing here. You know, I don't believe in competition. I believe that we are here to help each other and lift each other up and grow together within the community as well, not just with our ascension partners, not just with our divine counterparts, but with each other as well. And you guys have taught me so much. This is a beautiful energy exchange that we have here. So I do want to acknowledge that and let you know how grateful I am for each of you. So thank you for that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to do a Sacred Union energy update and see what's going on this week. Picking up on some energies from the last few Sacred Union energy updates, so make sure that you check those out as well. We're going to start with my tarot and translation deck. I actually really like doing this, pulling cards from this deck as an overview, as a theme for what's coming in. So let's see what we have for this energy update. I just want to get a couple of shuffles first, make sure we clear. Spirit, what do we have for these Sacred Unions? What's going on this week for these Sacred Unions, especially leading up to this full moon in Aries? I don't believe I'm going to do a full moon energy reading. We can take this because we are in that energy here. We have the full moon on Thursday. We did talk about that in the dailies. We talked about in the October energy update, and I think in the Sacred Union energy update. So we can, you know, we're in this energy now, so you can take this as it resonates for you. And always take the readings as they resonate for you. Okay, Spirit, let's get a message for these sacred partners for today. Sacred partners for today. What's going on with these sacred partners, these sacred unions for today? Ooh, okay. 2 wanted to come out. We have the Three of Wands and we have the King of Cups. The Three of Wands. I'm going to read this message. It says, all your work is beginning to pay off. And we have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I just looked. That is my union card. Beautiful. All your work is beginning to pay off as what you've been manifesting is right on the horizon. Opportunities for further development of your vision is being made available to you. Keep your sights on what you're creating. Don't allow yourself to be limited by only what you can see. Now is the time to dream big and allow yourself to explore all possibilities. And then we have the King of Cups. This is, well, I'll read this message. It says, you're discovering how to maintain balance within your emotional body and not let your feelings consume you. Lead from your heart space with a sense of emotional maturity, compassion, and creativity, and keep the lines of emotional communication open and sincere. The Three of Wands was coming in a previous reading, and when I'm channeling, I can't remember which one. But this was the energy of it is right here. It is manifesting. And this is the energy that we've been picking up on for the past few weeks. That what you have been manifesting is arriving, but not just in energy form. That seed had been planted. You had been harvesting that. You had been nurturing that. But now it is here in physical, tangible form. This is coming in communication. This is coming in higher levels of, I'm hearing affection and emotion. This is coming in and expressions of love. Sorry, they keep interrupting me. I'm trying to get all the messages out. They need to slow down. This is coming in higher levels of commitment. This is coming in I'm also hearing traveling together, mission, purpose. This is all coming in that container of love, higher levels of love between you and your sacred partner. It's because you've been doing the work. It's because you have done the work. And so they want you to hold steady within that. I do want to say that the energy feels different. The past few days, it really feels like the energy has been clearing, especially within myself. I know that I've been going through what you guys have been going through. It felt like a massive purge. It felt like some very, very heavy energy, grief energy that was coming up, rage and anger. I talk about that in the Ascension Confessions videos, what I was experiencing. We talked about manifestation as well, where there might have been a tarot moment because you might have been shocked when your manifestations actually came in, especially when communication came in, especially when, you reached a higher level of commitment within the sacred partnership. It might have shaken you up because you've been wanting it for so long. And when it's here, it's like, oh my gosh, is it really here? And some ego comes up, some self-sabotage energy comes up. So they really want you to be anchored into this place of faith and knowing that it's coming in because this is what you have been manifesting. This is what you have been working for, why you've been doing the clearing work, so that you can be more receptive to your manifestations when they've been coming in. I experienced this when my divine masculine moved in with me. It was like, this is what I had been wanting. This is what I had been essentially manifesting and dreaming of. And then when it was here, it was like, oh my gosh, this sudden shock. And my own self-sabotage energy came up. It came up in anger. It came up in grief because I was experiencing the loss of my dog at the same time. It came up in a sense of just, is this really what I want? I was actually questioning myself. I was questioning my connection. I was questioning my commitment to myself and my own dreams. But once I began stepping back into the energy of love, doing the healing work, I spent 6 hours doing guided meditations on Saturday night because I was in such an energy, such a low energy, and it was very hard for me to get out of that. But that energy began to clear once I began stepping into love and releasing the fear, releasing the anger, releasing the grief, just allowing myself to flow with this change and not be in resistance to it. And that's this energy. Step into this place of the King of Cups. Step into this place of balance within yourself, balance within your emotions, and recognizing that what you have been manifesting is coming. Hold steady to that vision. Hold steady to your faith. Hold steady to your own inner knowing and your own inner guidance. And if you are feeling like ego is cropping up again, fear and self-sabotage energy, and doubt, if you do feel like that's cropping up again, bring that to your awareness, but don't hold on to it. Don't create a story around it. Don't create an entire narrative around it. Step back as the observer and allow yourself to feel the emotions, but then step back and always look at it from the higher perspective. That is the greatest tool that you have on this journey, the ability to step back and look at things from the soul's perspective. What is this teaching me? Why am I experiencing this? What am I learning? How am I growing from this? And how can I shift the energy? Because that is your power. You have the ability to shift the energy within you and thus shift your circumstances. So really powerful energies coming through already about your manifestations coming in, but maintain that balance within you that will hold you steady as it's coming in. Because we are in the process of sacred union. This is a time of divine union. You guys are coming together with your counterpart. And even if you're not receiving communication, even if you're not receiving what it feels like you should be receiving, if it feels like you are in separation, you're not in separation energetically. So keep that vision, keep that faith, keep doing that inner work, because the energetics turns into the physical manifestations. Okay? All right, so I got called to use the After Tarot. So we're going to do this, and I feel like we're going to do a past, present, and future energy, just for the sacred union as a whole. So let's do that first, and then we'll see where we're guided to go. So let's get some past, present, and future energy, please, Spirit. For these sacred union energies, take them as it resonates for you, either masculine or feminine energy. I will call out the energy that I'm receiving, but take the messages as they resonate for you. Yeah. Let's get one more card. Let's get 2 cards each. Thank you. Okay. Present. There's that 3 of Wands. King of Wands, interesting, with the King of Cups there, and Queen of Swords. And near future energies. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not going to take that. Near future energies. Okay. And Knight of Wands on the bottom I'm going to take as well. Okay. We're going to start with this recent past energies. And this is what I was picking up on. This is what we have been experiencing. This is what I was just channeling. We have the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. There was a lot of mental anguish, a lot of mental conflict. And that was creating this sense of self-deception and self-sabotage. You might have been experiencing this within your actual connection. And take it as it resonates, either you or your masculine, as I was just saying. You might have been experiencing this in your physical connection, but this is mostly inner conflict, inner self-sabotage energy, inner self-deception, where you were kind of doing this to yourself. There was this battle that you were fighting. The 5 of Swords for me is a battle of the ego, overcoming the ego. And you're letting go of past versions of yourself when you're letting go of the ego. This 5 of Swords is triumphant. He is feeling victorious, but there's a sense of bittersweetness here. You know, you have to let go of something in order to win. There's winner and a loser in this instance. And what is losing is the past version of yourself. What you're letting go of is the past version of yourself. Now, from the higher perspective, that's a win-win. But it might have been difficult for you to shed that old skin, that old layer of yourself, that old mindset or belief, because you had held on to it for so long that in a sense it became a part of your identity. And that's where some of this deceptive energy was, this sneaky energy was. How do I say this? This is where some of that, you walked away from something and it might have felt terrible walking away from it. It might have felt like you were doing yourself an injustice. It might have felt like you were holding on to something and you didn't want to let it go. You might have felt like this just feels like, how do I put this? This just feels like it was very difficult energy. It was very difficult energy that you were moving through, and you were trying and trying and trying to hold on to it all. But in the end, it was just hurting you. And so you had to walk away. You had to fight your own ego, to let go of that old version of yourself and release that old version of yourself in order to do that. And again, we don't like to release the old versions of ourselves because we paint a picture around that. We create a story and a narrative around that. That is our identity, so to speak, and we're letting go of what we thought of as our identity. But in truth, we are soul. In truth, we are love. In truth, we are light. And in truth, we are ever evolving. And so we have to let go of old versions of ourselves in order to go through that transformation. And that does bring in a sense of victory, but with that victory, it's a sense of loss as well. And some of us may have been grieving old experiences, old relationships, or old versions of ourselves that we were actually letting go of, that we needed to let go of in order to move forward. And where have we moved forward? We have moved forward into this Three of Wands energy, where your manifestations are coming in. Because you have cleared out the old, you're allowing room for the new to come in, for what it is that you want to come in. I said this on the channel a lot, where the present moment is based on our past manifestations. And if we want to keep creating, if we want to keep manifesting into higher and higher levels of abundance, prosperity, and even mindsets and consciousness, more love being brought in, we have to clear out the old. You can't bring new furniture into a house if you already have furniture in there, because that just clutters up the space. It just clutters up the energy. You have to release the old, clear out the old, to bring in the new and to bring in upgrades, to bring in higher levels of your manifestations, higher levels of what it is that you want. And that's what's happening here. I feel like with this Three of Wands, what's happening is your manifestations are coming in. And with the King of Wands, you're taking action and speaking your truth in order to do that, in order to bring it in. This is transformation energy coming in here. Standing in your strength, standing in your truth. And what I heard from this Queen of Swords when it came out was, you see how her hand is raised like this? This is receiving energy. What they're telling me now is this is the masculine and the feminine in balance. The feminine is receiving, the masculine is taking action. And it's interesting to me because the Queen of Swords in this feminine energy is very expressive, is very receiving, is very open to allowing her abundance to come in, while the King of Wands, being the masculine energy, is the one to take divinely inspired action. So with these two together, with this balance, is you're receiving intuitive hits, you're receiving guidance, you're open to expressing yourself and standing in your truth, and taking that divine guidance and putting action into it, embodying that in your physical life. So with these two together, that is what is bringing in your manifestations. That is what is bringing in your abundance, this balanced energy. I really hope I'm translating this correctly. I'm having a hard time getting the energy out. The messages are coming in, but I'm having a hard time translating it. It's almost like this. Let me clarify this. This is the balance of the masculine and feminine energy within you and within your connection. And the more you both step into this balanced energy, the more you're bringing this in within your physical connection. And you're going to start seeing that within yourself and your own life experience first, and then within your connection. So with this Queen of Swords, she is somebody who is open, who is receiving, who is not afraid to stand up and speak her truth and express herself from the heart space, to listen to her own intuition, to be guided from her own intuition. This Queen of Swords is not cold. She is not cutting. She can be in a lower vibration, but she is honoring herself. She's cherishing herself, and as such, she's willing to express herself. Balancing that out with the masculine energy, both within you and within your counterpart, the masculine energy is somebody who is very rooted in the physical, who takes that divine guidance and applies action to it, knows how to receive that guidance, but knows how to take action, take control of their life, take authority over their life, and to apply that to their physical world. So if they're receiving guidance to do something, they then go out and do it because they're the ones who take action. The masculine energy is the one who takes action. And through that, that is how you bring your manifestations in, because the universe is bringing you opportunities, and the masculine energy is the one that takes those opportunities because they're embodying the action mindset, so to speak. They're embodying the energy that's coming in. So I hope that made sense. I hope that's clear. So what's happening is you're balancing out your energies because you have cleared out the old, anything that was keeping you in distortion, anything that was keeping you in old versions of yourself, old mindsets, old habits, addictions, patterns, conditioning, anything that was keeping you from this balance, anything that was keeping you blocked from either your feminine energy of receiving and allowing and just going with the flow, and balancing that out with the masculine energy of taking action when you're being divinely guided, taking control, taking authority from a very divine space, and rooting that in, anchoring that in. You're balancing that out and bringing in your manifestations. And what that's going to do is it is going to bring in more and more enlightenment and a sense of victory, purpose, and success. With regards to your connection, I was called to the Knight of Wands to take that as well. You are moving very swiftly because of this energy here. You're moving very swiftly towards your victory, towards your success, towards embracing all of this manifestation, all of this new earth energy, all this higher level of consciousness energy. And with the Hanged Man here, what I like about this is this feels like masculine and feminine energy here, where the feminine energy is nourishing that masculine energy. And you see that enlightenment all around the masculine. The masculine is no longer in stagnant energy. The Hanged Man is no longer the Hanged Man. They are becoming that King of Wands, ready to take action, ready to be victorious. I'm hearing ready to place the crown on the divine feminine's head and take charge of their life, to charge forward in their life. The Knight of Wands giving me Chariot energy. This Knight of Wands doesn't have an immature energy. It's very mature with this King of Wands here. But it's just showing the fast movement of how this is going to pick up the pace and pick up the momentum, and how you're moving towards this success. You're moving towards this victory. You're moving towards this higher level of coming together in this divine sacred union, in this divine space. So, wow. Okay. I'm going to get some more cards here. And let's see, where do I want to go? I'm going to get this one. All right, so let's see what else is coming in. What else is coming in for these sacred partners, for these divine unions? I feel like, let's see, Spirit, what do you want to do? Okay, I feel like I want to get some clarifiers for this. So let's get some more. Let's get some more in this energy. The recent, past, present, and the near future energies. So let's see what's going on here. Recent, past energies. Recent, past energies for these sacred partners. Let's get some more here. Yeah, very slow moving in the past. Very slow moving in the recent past. But what I'm feeling is, yeah. So what I'm feeling is in the recent past, even though it was slow moving, it was much more tangible because you were clearing out this old energy. It was much more grounded than it had been before. If you look back to where you were 6 months, a year ago, 2 years ago within your sacred partnership, there was a lot of push and pull dynamic, in and out energy, hot and cold. This is very grounded, and it's because you've been doing the clearing work. It's because you've been overcoming your ego. Both of you have been doing this healing work. You've been closing out cycles so that you can take charge. And I love this image because look at how strong she is, having been through her journey. This is the final card in the Major Arcana. This is the end of a journey, and then the Fool starts another. And this is where I feel like in the recent past you were closing out one phase of your journey and getting ready to start a new one. But look at that strength that she is in. She is just knowing everything that she has been through, all the tools and experiences and lessons that she has learned and gained. And she is ready to carry that forth with her into the next phase. And carrying that forth in a much more grounded, stable way, ready to move forward in a much more grounded, stable way. And it might have been very slow moving in the past because this was a process, and the process of overcoming the ego, the process of clearing out your energy, all that soul sludge that keeps you in a lower vibration, that keeps you in that dense energy, that keeps you from love, that kept you in past karmic cycles, that kept you in those loops of fear and heartbreak and trauma, those stories that you kept telling yourself over and over and over, so that kept you in a loop. You've been clearing that out, and that is a process, and it can be a very slow-moving process, a very gentle process, because you're clearing out not just this incarnation, but lifetimes and lineage and collective energy. So it has been very slow moving in the past because you were doing the work and going through that process. But I do feel like you have reached the end of one phase and you're now moving into something much more stable, much more grounded, and you're feeling that within yourself. You're feeling yourself transformed. You're feeling much more stable, much more balanced within yourself. That is that inner union. Okay, so let's get present energies. What's this present energy here? It's still very early here, so my voice is not quite cut out for channeling this early in the morning, but bear with me, you guys. Yeah, what is this bringing in? You're bringing in your manifestations, this 10 of Pentacles, but it is not just a 10 of Cups, which is a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of this is what would make me emotionally fulfilled. You're anchoring that into the physical. This is what we've been channeling this entire reading. You're anchoring that in and embodying your higher state of consciousness, that love between you and your counterpart and within yourself. And as you do that, it anchors in to bring in your physical abundance. That's what you're doing. You're bringing in your finances, your career, your family, marriage, commitment, your home, purpose, mission, service, whatever it is that you are manifesting. It is that treasure trove. It is coming in because you have been holding the vision, having faith, doing your inner work where you're balancing out your masculine and feminine energies within so that you're coming into balance with your masculine or feminine in your connection. And as you two come together, you have this. You have this 10 of Pentacles. And that's where that energy is of don't let your ego shake you up. It's coming in. It is here because you have been manifesting it, because this has been your dream. This has been what you have been manifesting. So allow it to come in. And when it does come in, don't let your fear block it. Don't let your fear hold you back. Okay? All right. And future energies. Oh, we have the 6 of Wands again. Yeah, I mean, and we have the Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. And the King of Cups again. So this energy coming in, remember when I said it wasn't immature, that it was just fast moving? With the Knight of Cups, it is going to be very sincere. It is going to be very expressive. This is you standing in your truth, and you and your divine counterpart standing in your truth together, expressing your love to each other. Having that cup of love to offer to each other in a very sincere, mature way. Especially with this King of Cups in a very balanced way. And this is bringing in success and victory and acknowledgement of your journey and of your connection and of where you want to go together. Now you are manifesting together. Previously, this energy here might have been you bringing in your manifestations, what it was that you wanted to create for your life. Whether this was a changing career or location or relationship, a high level of commitment within your connection. But now what you're doing is you're moving towards this sense of togetherness. You're moving towards this sacred divine union. And now as you come together, you're going to be manifesting together. You're going to be creating together in the physical. You've always been doing this energetically with your divine counterpart because you have always been one energetically. But now, as you come together in the physical, you're going to be creating for the next chapter, for the next phase of this journey together, of your life together, of your connection together. And there is a sense of success and happiness and victory through it. You've been through the battle, and now you're reaping the rewards. Wow. Okay. That's kind of amazing. All right, where do we want to go? You guys like the romance angel, so before I drop all my cards, let's pull a romance angel. Let's do a check-in on how you guys are feeling about each other. I don't want this reading to get too long, so I think what we'll do is we'll get a card of guidance, and then we'll get some messages, and we'll end the reading there. But let's see how you're feeling about each other. How's Divine Masculine feeling about Divine Feminine at this time? How's Divine Masculine feeling about Divine Feminine at this time? Let go of control issues and calling in your soulmate. I always say, don't let the label, trigger you. We get very hung up on the labels, twin flames, twin souls, soulmates. You know the resonance of your connection. That's why I call it your sacred partner. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I feel like they are asking you to do this. They're asking you to trust. They're asking you to keep having faith and keep holding the vision, because that is guiding them home. That is calling them into you through your faith and your trust in the connection, your love and holding the light for the connection. That is calling them into you and you into them. That's what's bringing you both into the sacred partnership. Yeah, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So hold the vision for what it is that you're manifesting. Okay, Divine Feminine, how are you feeling for your Divine Masculine? Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. I feel like after this period of purging and some heaviness, you might have been feeling resentment and anger and a lack of forgiveness and compassion towards your Divine Masculine the past few weeks, the past few months. Seeing June, July, so that might have been where it started for you, where you might have lost a little bit of faith, where you might have felt like, oh, this is never going to come true, where you might have lost some faith in the journey or the connection. But I feel like that energy is lightening up, and I feel like you are moving back into this energy of reconciling within yourself, coming back to that love within yourself, and that's helping you come back to this love with your sacred partner, where you're now viewing them through that lens of love, which is allowing you to step into lighter energy, be more playful, be more flirtatious, which is also helping you call each other in, because this flirtatious, playful energy is of a higher vibration. It's a vibration of love, play, lightheartedness, flirtatiousness. That's all an energy of love. It's all a vibration of love. So the more you let go of that dense, heavy energy, you're stepping into this lightheartedness, the more you're calling each other into this reconciliation. Whew, okay. Oh, powerful stuff here. Let's get a full moon card, because it is the full moon on Thursday, and I don't believe we're going to have another reading, collective reading for this week. We'll see. Do check out my Instagram and Facebook, because I might be doing some quick readings up there. But let's see. Let's see what we have here. What do you have for guidance for these sacred partners? What do you have for guidance for these sacred partners in this energy right now? Spirit, what do you have to say for these sacred partners? What do you have to say for these sacred partners? I just keep hearing, hold your vision, hold your vision. Spirit, what do you have to say for these sacred partners? Emotions are running high and a fiery climax approaches. Yes, you are at the end of a cycle where you are coming back into balance within yourself and thus coming back into balance with your sacred partner. So hold your vision, because that's this King of Cups energy where there might be an imbalance of emotions. The alternate message on this King of Cups, which I was not called before to read, but I am now, it says your emotions might be getting the better of you. Take a step back and assess the situation from a more logical standpoint. You might have been overwhelmed with emotions, and it was emotions of a lower vibration, of a heavier energy. But now I feel like you are getting a handle on that. You are clearing that energy out, coming more into balance within yourself, and that's coming more into balance with your emotions. And you're feeling emotions, but I feel like moving into a better emotional state, by which I mean moving more into the energy of love and higher vibrations rather than the lower vibrations. So you still might be feeling high emotion, but it's in a much, it's a more passionate energy. It's a more loving energy. It's a more lighthearted energy. A much more balanced energy. And it's because, and look, the full moon in Aries, which is what we have, is because you've been closing out a cycle and now you are ready to start something new. You're ready for your manifestations to come in. Okay, let's get messages between you and your person to end the reading. So what does your Divine Masculine want to say to you, Divine Feminine? What does Divine Masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine? What does the Divine Masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine? I love you so much it hurts. And let's get one more, Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. And we have, I can't believe a love like this exists. Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. You are my beloved. And let's get one more. Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Coming back to that realization, coming back to that love, coming back to that commitment. And please forgive me. I feel like please forgive me for any energy that I was in where I was not forgiving you, I was not forgiving myself. I was not acknowledging that you are my beloved. And bottom of the deck we have, we will be together again. Beautiful, you guys. Hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And maybe also check me out on Instagram and Facebook. Maybe I will have some collective readings up there over the course of the week. All right, you guys, I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.